How you guys doing? This is 66 Vlogs. My name is Akil, and today I'm reviewing a 2017 Subaru Impreza WRX STI. This is World Rally Blue, beautiful color. The wing, I don't know how I feel about it. I personally like it, but it is a little obnoxious, especially when you're a little older and you drive this car. It kind of makes it seem like it's a younger person's car, but in the end of the day, at $40,000, not many 16, 17-year-olds can drive this. So realistically, around 25 range, you graduate in college, you get your first job. I think this is really when this car becomes a little bit more attainable to people in that price range. It is very spacious. I'm going to show you guys the inside. This is my seating position. I've already sat in here. I am a large guy at 6'6". Might not seem like it, but I am pretty tall. I do fit pretty comfortably in this car. Let's get a startup of this thing. The only unfortunate part is 2017 still came with a key. Very upsetting. I believe 2018 or 2019 came with the push to start, and I'm sure we can get our hands on one of those to show you guys that later. But it does have a full touchscreen infotainment center, 6-speed manual, the SI drive, this differential. It's really cool. You can lock it all the way to the back, so make the car, I think it's about 70% rear-wheel drive. I'll confirm the specs for you, but these modes, intelligent, sport, and sport sharp. It's in sport mode, so we're gonna put this in intelligent, and you'll see right there, that's the throttle response curve. So when I throw it into sport, it goes into the second one, and this changes, and then it goes into a sport mode. Now when you throw it in sport sharp, it becomes very aggressive, and it's a very torquey curve. Get this car started. I love how it starts up. The Subaru Starlink. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the sound of this thing is just amazing. It's just beautiful. This car is used, 20,000 miles. It is from I did borrow this from a good friend of mine. So this is a nice review of what it's like to own this car, to drive this car after 20,000 miles. All right, guys, let's go for a little ride and talk about this car and see how fun it is to drive. So I've driven this car already, but I just wanted you guys to experience what it's like driving this car. First off, just listen to how it starts. Let's get the windows down for a nice startup. This isn't a cold start, I wish it was, but here's the first start in this video on a 2017 WRX STI with straight pipes. It just sounds so nice. It's such a good sounding car. It's such a beautiful looking car in my personal opinion. Like I said, that wing is a little obnoxious. I don't know how I feel. I feel like I'm still at a certain age where I can drive this and it doesn't look super weird, but I feel like once you hit that 30-40-year-old mark, you might not like having such a large wing. I know that in the newer ones they did get rid of the large spoiler, and it can come with a lip as well now, which is nice. Pulling out of driveways in these cars is always super scary. So what's cool about this car is it does have a shift light that you could set up to what you want to set it at. So in this car currently it's set at 2,000 RPM, but this car just revs up so fast. I don't know if you hear that blow-off valve, but that blow-off valve sounds amazing. it's so smooth. So the seats are really comfortable. Overall, the interior has a good amount of space. Like I said, I am a tall guy, so my knees are kind of high, but that's normal. I expect that always. Almost every car I sit in, unless it's an SUV, my knees kind of come up above the steering wheel, at least the bottom of the steering wheel. I do really like how the steering wheel is flat in this car. The bottom part is flat, the D-shaped steering wheel, I think is what they call it. I always found that to be a really cool feature. But yeah, so like I said, it is really comfortable. After sitting here for about 15-20 minutes, I do feel like the bolstering is very large. It's very excessive. Like I said, I am a big guy, so maybe that's why I feel like somebody in normal size wouldn't feel the same. But for me, it's getting a little bit, I feel a little bit of pain in my back. But honestly, it's just such a fun car to drive. I feel like I would never get tired of it. It is a 4-cylinder. I don't know how it does on gas. So I've been driving around for the past like 20-30 minutes on and off, and I'm getting about 17 miles per gallon according to the computer, which is pretty good. If you've ever been in an older STI, huge difference. When it comes down to driving it, I do feel like STIs have always been really good driver's cars. They handle so well, they take curves so well, they turn so fast. It's very responsive, very stiff. I do really like that. You hear that? Oh my god. Oh, you heard those pops? And the brakes. These Brembos, they're great. So, yeah, these cars. Oh, we didn't talk about specs. Let's talk about some specs. So obviously, we know the simple specs. It's a 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Honestly, I've driven a Genesis Coupe, the old ones, the 2.0 turbos as well. So very similar engines. So Genesis is more of a compared to the Evo engine. So I can't really say they're similar engines. But at the end of the day, it's a 4-cylinder turbo, and this is a 4-cylinder turbo. So without getting too technical about it, that car had 210 horsepower. If you look at the numbers, this is 305. But, oh, this thing flies. It has 290 foot-pounds of torque. So from the start, it just goes. The all-wheel drive helps so much. If you ever even driven a front-wheel drive or a rear-wheel drive car with like 280, 290 foot-pounds of torque, that thing will just spin, front wheel or rear wheel. But when it comes down to this all-wheel drive, it just goes. It hooks and it goes. It's amazing. Tons of fun. Let's just take this onto a highway and see if we can do a little highway pull really quick. So I have it in intelligent mode, but since we're hopping on a highway, you know what that means? Sport sharp. It felt like so much faster. I feel like if I ever owned this car, I wouldn't be speeding much just because it's so loud. It probably catches every person's attention. It's World Rally Blue, such a bright color. Definitely also catches a lot of attention. Oh, you see, this thing is just so much fun to drive. Get out of my way. So my camera did fall. Alright guys, my camera fell from the pull of the torque. We're hopping on a highway now, so let's see if we can get some pulls into this. Gear, I didn't even redline, 70 miles per hour. Not bad. The throttle response in each mode is just mind-blowing. The intelligent mode, it's very calm, very smooth, like I said earlier. And the sport chart mode, it is just so torquey, so much fun, and honestly, like, you can keep your pedal, like, it has such a big difference, and you don't realize that a lot in different cars. So there's a lot of different cars that have sport mode and intelligent mode or eco mode or whatever you want to call it, and when you change those settings, for me personally, I haven't noticed that big of a difference. But in this car specifically, when you go from intelligent mode to sport sharp or sport, you feel it. Like, you kept my foot at a constant throttle, say like 2,000 RPM, and you throw it into sport mode and it goes, and you throw it in sport sharp mode, it goes even more, and it just, the RPMs just start flying up at this same throttle. In the back seat, but the seating position, the driver's seating position, is also me. So if I could fit behind myself, let me see, hold on. Okay, so my leg doesn't, this leg doesn't fit quite well. It's like squeezing against the door, but overall pretty good. Headroom is, it's like kind of, it's okay. I mean, like I said, I am 6'6", so this is kind of rough. Overall, amazing car. I don't completely fit in the back, but then again, who's gonna be 6'6" driving in the front and 6'6" sitting in the back? It's not possible, not really likely. I don't really know many people my height that just sit in the car with me while I'm driving. So how much does fit in here? This is why I think this is such a good daily driver, even a family car. All right, guys, well, this is the end of the vlog. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hope you really enjoyed it. I will be bringing you more content when it comes to cars, even motorcycles. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Please, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you soon.